Good morning, good afternoon, good evening across the country, around the world. Welcome back to the Kerbal Space Program and Moho. We're back here with the Moho the Moho Rover 1. And that's just like a little, glitch. Close. So I spent about, 2 hours moving this guy from his initial location to the northern sinkhole. Our lander, I believe, let's see, whoa. Yeah, our lander is over here, and the other rover is down here. So I slowly trekked up and up and up and up and up and up and up, and kind of had to maneuver here. Whoa! Oh, come on! Kind of had to maneuver through the valleys and over the hills and things. There was one or two spots. I think it was like right here that we came. Maybe it was over here. We came down, and it was going down at a 40 or 50 degree slope. So super slow, super scary and sketchy. But then we used this valley here, and we dropped in here. I could have come straight up, but I would have had more shadows and less solar. So I took a little more around this way, so I had assurances I would have more sunlight. I mean, even right now we have a shadow, and yet the sun is behind a mountain. It's Kerbal. Yeah, we still got sunlight, still got power. Cool. So I stopped here because up here there's actually three biomes. There's the North Pole, there's the Northern Sinkhole Ridge, and then the Northern Sinkhole itself. The name Northern Sinkhole gives me a little bit of trepidation, though. I really hope my rover doesn't just disappear in there. But hey, that's what quick saving is for, right? So we're now at the North Pole, so we can log a little data, gravity and seismic. Come on, seismic, there you go. Interior structure, that's great. Lack of internally generated magnetosphere, yes. Very accurate seal measure of the gravitational forces, yeah, that's great. So we'll transmit those three things. Then let the power build back up, and then we'll head down into the ridge line, or the ridge line. I forget what it was called exactly, but we'll see it. Yeah, to get here, I used MechJeb's Rover autopilot. Quite useful. And I have to admit, I quick saved and reloaded a few times, just because the terrain was a little less forgiving than I had hoped. So, that being said, though, let's get this going again. Waypoints. Add a waypoint. I ended up just doing, like, short little, like, let's see, I think you can make it to here. And then you can make it to here. Oh, that's right, add a waypoint. I wish I would just let you keep adding until you stopped. Follow 10. Yes. But I learned that stopping it just before a ridge helps, because it'll slow it down, and then if you tell it to stop on the other side, it's likely to go whoop and fly over, and that's when disaster occurs. But she's going now up at 10 meters per second. This is fairly forgiving terrain. Let's boost it up a bit. Yeah, we're past a lot of the bad terrain, I think. We're basically just going to come down here, and I think this will already be the ridge, and then we'll drop down into the sinkhole itself. No, she's fine. Yeah, again, this seems to be a fairly forgiving structure, vehicle thing. Not always, though. But I was just looking back at the VAB, Vehicle Assembly Building, at what I had built for Duna, and looking at the Duna missions. And I know I said I wasn't going to, but now I am actually contemplating doing it. And I might do kind of what I did with this mission, where I launch up the main thing and then refuel it while it's in orbit. Launch up a bunch of refueling missions, which is tedious, but doable. Either that or just strap a whole bunch of more support rockets on the side just to get it up there without burning fuel. So I think going to Moho, I'd have to look at the... Well, let's do that now. Pull it up on the iPad on the side. What's it called? I'm drawing a complete blank here. The Kerbal Delta V map. There it is. Come on, okay. Alright, so we reached that first waypoint. Yay. rid of you. KSP Delta V map. Come on. If any of you have seen this, it's quite helpful. It's just really simple. It looks kind of like a subway diagram to me. All the colors and the lines and those little circles. Alright, so let's see. I know you can't see it. You're watching what's happening on my screen. Sorry. So where is Duda? Yeah, yeah, for a Moho intercept to a low orbit is quite... yeah, Moho to get into an intercept, to get into an orbit, is 2,400 and a little bit. And a Duna orbit is like 360. Duna intercept. Yeah, so Moho is quite more Delta V intensive than Duna is. Yeah. So I think Duna will be a bit more forgiving, but I'll still probably over budget the Delta V just to make sure, because that's how I like to do things. Better to be safe than sorry. You still have 30 seconds. Okay. Well, we've waited. Let's go ahead and speed it up. Cool. And done. And I learned you want to wait for mech jab to, there we go, engage the brakes. Otherwise, it's really squirrely and doesn't want to engage the brake for some reason. Yes, yes, I know. Oh, wait, let me make sure we are in the... Yes, Sinkhole Ridge. Log seismic data. Log gravity data. And it's going to be the same phrases, which is a pity, but oh well. Transmit. 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 Toggle that. And toggle the sensors. I think there are a few... Let's see, what do we have? We have... Oh, those have been used. I think the front end has been used up on this one, right? Come on. What are you? Oh, you're those. Okay. Log temperature. Log pressure. I could have scanned these up higher and sent them. Oh, well. Temperature. It's very high. Fluctuating sunlight. Oh, yeah, it's the same message as before. Pity. And there's going to be no pressure. Okay, so toggle those sensors and close it up. Cool. So those guys are reusable. But we already had a... What was it? The materials bay? Mystery goo. We have a materials bay that's been used. Aha, we have a mystery goo here. That goo has been used. And then what's this? Materials bay. So we have a goo. Okay, so we have one mystery goo and one materials bay left. Because you're already used, right? Yes. Okay, so we're going to wait and use those actually in the sinkhole itself. Once we get down into that darkness there, I'm a little worried, trepidatious, nervous that we're going to get into this place. And I mean, up close, it looks really dark. As you zoom out and the terrain pops, there you go. See, that looks all shadowy, but that looks like it's sunlight. But then here, it's I don't know. I think the sunlight's going to be a little forgiving. So we'll head our way down there. But before we do that, just in case it does sink into the sinkhole, quick saving. All right. So let's see. Let's take it a little gentler. So we are here. We're going to go over here. And then say here to that ridge. That should be doable. Follow. Anywho, I know I said before that I wasn't planning to, but now I think I might, just because, hey, I've gotten back in the swing of things with Kerbal. I enjoy it. It's not insanely tedious. It's not boring. Just saw a ridge there, and there we go. Speed is the key. We're gonna leave it at 15 for the moment. The missions I have for Duna, honestly, I could satisfy, I think, nearly all of them with the Duna base that I built a long time ago and tested landing into Kerbin's atmosphere that has the drills and the cupola and the inflatable 10-meter thing. So I'm thinking about just sending that for now, just as one mission. And then after that, maybe sending... Yeek. Woohoo! Oh, thank goodness. After that, maybe sending one... trying to think of the words here. A recovery mission afterward to go pick them up and bring them home. Whoa. Why are you twisting all sideways? That's weird. Oh, I guess we're almost at the location, but I think the slope got a little screwy for it. So yeah, I'm really thinking about doing that for Duna because I've already got the things designed and built. I just got to launch it and make sure I have the Delta V. And a part of me wants to do that, I got to be honest. A part of me wants to do that while I still have MechJeb, because once we go to 1.2, at least until MechJeb is updated, I won't have those Delta V calculations. I won't have those Delta V calculations at hand. I'll have to, you know, kind of eyeball it and figure it out, which isn't the end of the world. I'm sure there's a way to do it somewhere, but MechJeb and those Delta V charts just make things so much easier. So yeah, I'm thinking of sending that guy to Duna, landing him, satisfying, because I have science data from space, outpost, atmosphere, explore, land, and that's, see, I've already done some of these, and then explore Ike. Oh, land on Ike. That's a different mission altogether. But these 4 that are Duna, those can all be satisfied with one ship, one mission. This is getting a bit more ridgy than I thought it was. Ooh, this is going to be a struggle to get up this. I mean, it'll do it, but it's going to be a little tough. Anyway, so I'm actually thinking I might send the Duna base that I have that'll satisfy all those things. And I might actually use the Moho lander, like with these guys, and send that again. Or maybe the different vehicle. I don't know. I do kind of want to send a few unmanned rovers. I think I like this type of design. It's really stable. And I have the space boat that has basically the same design, but instead of just the probe core, it has a inline cockpit. So that's a possibility too. I think it might have a probe core in it as well. I can't remember. Of course, this, landing on Moho is 0 atmosphere. Landing on Duna, there's atmosphere, so there's heat shields and there's parachutes and there's other things to consider. So I'm thinking I might do that. I just might do that as well. Okay, this is fairly forgiving here, I think. Let's speed it up. I mean, it's going 10 meters per second, which is reasonably slow. Whoa. Oh, no, we're fine. Yeah, I know like I said, I thought I was going to be done after Moho and wait for 1.2, but I think I want to get to Duna, which is, again, a little bit more forgiving in terms of Delta V than getting to Moho was, because you get so close to the sun, you speed up, etc., etc. Whereas Duna, you're going away, it's just a little bit more forgiving. Solar power won't be quite as readily available because, again, we're so close to the sun. I'll let you can see it. We're so close to the sun here that the effectiveness, I suppose, of each solar panel is increased because of the proximity to the sun. Yes, I think that's what I want to say. I know Quill18 explained it once, or Scott Manley. One of them explained it once, and they use more sci-fi terms, more scientifically accurate terms. Okay, so we made it here safely. Quick save, and then we are almost there. So let's go ahead and pop over down to here. I kind of want to make sure I get back to spots that look like they're in sunlight. And then from there, it looks pretty gentle. Let's just go down to here, though, just to make sure that everything works out. And to think, this guy has only been doing this for less than a Kerbin day, yet he's moved up a good chunk of the planet. Oh no, we stayed on the ground. Okay. Hard to tell sometimes. I think it would be a really neat effect someday, hey Kerbal guys, if you're listening, if they actually left tracks. You know, because like we've seen the videos of like the Mars rovers and the moon landers and whatnot, and you see they leave the tire tracks in the dust, in the regolith, in the dirt. I think it'd be a cool effect. I know it'd be a pain to maintain that and add that to the map of the planet for the whole duration of your game, but you know, a little bit of it, I think it'd be cool. I think it'd be a cool effect. I mean, I'm sure there's a way for it to log where your rover has been and just kind of put those track marks, and then once you leave, you know, erase it, but remember it, and then if you drive past, give it an approximation. I think it'd be a really neat touch. Oh, for this episode, by the way, I forgot I didn't give you guys a heads up. Like I said, we'll get here to the northern sinkhole. This is taking longer than I thought it would. I apologize. But then we will jump out back to the lander ship that we have. And we're going to launch him back up into a roughly equatorial orbit and do a little more science from around Moho space. I actually might check the ScanSat that we have here. I don't know that I put much, if any, science on that, so some of it's going to be redundant. Some of it might be redundant, some of it might not. I can't remember. But we'll check that out in a bit. So first I want to get to the sinkhole here. And the name, Moho Sinkhole. That's, I don't know. Does that mean it's like quicksand? Is it going to sink? Is it going to be lost to the Kraken forever? We'll find out in a bit. Oh, wow. Okay, this is pretty forgiving looking terrain. Let's speed it up just a smidgen. Whew. Oh, and we've arrived at that waypoint. That's good. Remove. Kill the time warp. And we are still, I'm going to assume we are still on the ridge. Oh no, we are now technically in the northern sinkhole. Well, that's cool, but I gotta admit, I want to get down onto the flat, the basin of it, you know? We can do all the science here, but I do want to officially make it all the way down. So let's go here. Oh, come on, add a waypoint here. Add a waypoint there. Yeah, that's good for the moment. That was weird. Didn't want to release the brakes, like, on its own. Huh. Interesting. Oh, hello, music. Alright, now is when I'm going to start keeping an eye on the power, because we're, oh well, the sun's just peeking over the ridge there, which is cool. But now we get down into darker spots like that. Like this, where the sun is just about gone. And we don't really have, well, we have a little bit of a shadow. I can just make it out there. But hopefully, yeah, it looks like there's just enough sunlight to keep us moving, which is great. Just what we want to see. Alright, so we're doing fine here. We're going to keep it trucking along, let's say here. And then drop it down into the actual sinkhole itself. Actually, stop it for a second. Stop. Oh. Brakes. Before we get into the actual sinkhole itself, because, again, I don't know if this thing might disappear into the sinkhole. Quick save. Boom. Okay. Now, resume. Because if he does disappear, I want a spot to load back to make sure I can actually come back and do the science. Alright. Get down there, buddy. I think we're going to get close to a zero altitude, too, which is pretty cool. That's the, what the quote sea level, the baseline for the planet? Maybe not. I think we're about to bottom out here. Oh no, we're still going down a bit. Not much, but a bit. Move that guy. Yeah, we're still going down. Slightly, slowly. Coming down off the ridge there. This is all extremely flat, so let's speed it up. Yeah, so here this just looks like terrain. Nice, flat, wide open terrain. But for some reason, like, you know, from here, that does look creepy and ominous. And engage the brakes. Beautiful. Remove that. We can actually lose all of this because this is probably where this rover is going to live. Alright, so we can log the magnetometer data, log seismic and gravitic. Should have mystery goo. Were you over here? No, it was down below, I think. And materials bay. And, oh, I guess I can take the pressure, temperature, one of them. We are still in sunlight. Oh yeah, the sun does just peek over the ridge there, which is beautiful. So we got 6 things to send in. Very high. Yeah, same messages. The interior structure. Very accurate stable measurements. Magnetic fields. Lack of internal gravity. We observe the goo. Yes, transmit the data. It bakes. Reacting to the samples within. And transmit that as well. Yes, I know. Alright. So now we transmit all the data. And you guys are in... Yeah. They're decent. It's not beautiful, but there's plenty of exposure. Yeah, it's in that negative number, so the power is going up, even though it's transmitting. Oh no, he's in between transmissions right now. Oh, it's done. Oh, okay, that was quick. Transmitted all those things really, really fast. Toggle that. Toggle the sensors. Not that it matters, because again, we're pretty much done with this guy. Toggle the sensors. Toggle the goo bay doors, and... Oh, come on. Really just doesn't like this. There we go. Toggle the materials bay doors. Alright, so we've made it to the northern sinkhole. At least the outer edge of it. A part of me is curious, if we were to drive it all the way into the middle, would it just disappear? I doubt it. We probably would reach 0 altitude. But no. Alright, so then... Ooh, what is this? Is that something? I mean, I've scanned Moho with ScanSat, and I was hoping to find an anomaly on here. I haven't like checked the internet. See how that lights up? I think it's just oh, that's the North Pole. That's, you can see how these that's a graphic thing. Okay, I was hoping to find an anomaly on Moho and then drive to it. Unfortunately, there's not. Big map. It's gonna load up. Are we still looking at Moho? Yes. Map type. Biomes. Sorry. There we go. So, yeah, it knows where we are. Unfortunately, there's no anomalies on Moho, which is kind of sad. I was hoping for one somewhere, but nothing. Oh well. Anyway, that's it for this guy. Let's go back to the lander herself. Switch to it. Alright. So now, once it loads, we're going to want... Hello. Whoa. Back up. Okay, here we are. So we're going to want the orbit info and delta V stats. Yeah, okay. I don't think entering an orbit for Moho is going to be that terrible, that horrible, that hard. That being said, though, we are going to do that. Good. And our thrust to weight ratio is pretty good, so we should be okay to get up and going somewhere. I think Moho's gravity seems equivalent to the moon. I don't know, though. Yeah. So we'll head up and launch somewhere and hopefully get into an orbit. Oh, while we're here, though, because I can't remember if I've done them or not. No, not you. The freaking... No, that's from space. Log data? I can't remember if I've logged it here. We're on the Midlands here. I don't remember how much I've actually done here on the Midlands. I've done it already. Okay, never mind. Reset. Toggle that guy back inside. Okay, so I've done these guys here. That's why they're open. Toggle the doors. Toggle the sensors. Okay, but still, we'll get into space and do a few more, because we can. Alright, that being said, like I said, quick save, real quick. Good. Yeah, just thinking. So north, we want to go east, I think. So we're going to want to go that way. Or is that east? I can never remember. I think it's inverted, so we want to go that way. Yes, 90 is east. Okay. T. Alright, here goes nothing. They want to get an apoapsis up of like 10 just to be nice and safe. But at this point, we could probably just hit up pretty much straight up prograde and just burn that away. That'll eventually, yeah, it's already doing like a gravity turn, so that should work out to be all right. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. So it's not going to be an equatorial at all, but that's fine. It's going to be an orbit. Alright, so there's 10. For now, let's just... Oop, I forgot how I reconfigured the keys. Eek. That way. That way, that way, that way. There we go. Easy there, buddy. And full burn toward the horizon. Lock prograde just because that seems to be simpler. Alright, so slowly flattening out, but we are slowly creeping up on our apoapsis. So maybe this wasn't the best launch I've ever done. Just gonna hold there horizontally. Well, yeah, horizontally. Horizon. Facing the horizon. Just to stretch this out, because we are past our apoapsis. We are falling now, which is not ideal. So let's tweak this up just a little bit. Oh, hey. Oh, we're in orbit. Look at that. So we are past our apoapsis. Oh, it became our periapsis. Hey, look at that. So that's not too bad. So we've got him in orbit now, which is great. Like I said, it's not a terribly equatorial orbit, but it's an orbit. I think just, what are you, 10? I think, I mean, we're at, what, at 52? Yeah, so let's just go ahead and warp down here real quick. Just to get it, like, a little bit higher. We shall warp down there. Raise the apoapsis just a smidgen. And then we will jump in and do a little more science and call it a day for this, for Moho. Ooh. Oh, I forgot that coffee was cold. Ooh. Wow, 400 days. This guy's been launched. Well, he waited in Kerbin for a while, but then it's been ongoing for 400 days. Year 3, day 367. Cool. All right. Yes. I know you can't go very fast because of the altitude. Can't. Nope. Below 330,000 meters. Oh, that would be surface info, wouldn't it? There we go. Yeah. All right. So now we are there. Whoa. Right, yeah, okay. We're turning to face prograde. We're just gonna, we're gonna overshoot it a bit. It's not the end of the world. This will become our new apoapsis here in a second. There, and our periapsis is nice above 16. That's great. Beautiful. Beautimus. But right now, you are currently blocked from the sun, aren't you? Which means your power is slowly dropping. So let's wait until we get back into some sunlight. Should be relatively quickly. Maybe. There we go. Okay, there's sunlight. Beautiful. All right. So, whoa. Okay, sure. Stop it. All right, so let's see what do we got. We got soil. We got magnetometer. Wow, this guy's bounced around a lot. We've got radio stuff. We've got gravity and seismic. I don't know if we can do anything. Oh, it must be on the surface. Yeah, okay. We've got mystery goo from space, which is good. We've got another magnetometer. That's redundant, but okay. Oh, come on. Oh, material space has already been used up. Okay. Yeah, okay, you're redundant. Okay. So we got stuff from space here. That's awesome. Although I didn't keep track as it was popping up how much of it's useful, how much of it's been done before. But we're going to help increase our budget for, hopefully, our Duna missions. Transmit that data. Only the sun's background microwave radiation is detectable in orbit around Moho. Where's our power? Yeah, we're doing fine. And we can watch the numbers tick up here. There it is. Scans indicate only weak induced magnetic field that is mostly caused by the stream of charged particles and solar wind flowing around Moho. Cool. No atmosphere, solar plasma merely slips around Moho. Gravitational field. Goose into almost boiling. It writhes around the canister. Yes, transmit. And that's it. Alright, so I think that's about gonna just about do it for Moho. It was quite the challenge in and of itself on its own anyway. I think that's plenty enough. When we're about 35 minutes here. Yeah, so we got this guy in orbit, did some science, that's great. Got our rovers on the ground, did stuff with them. I mean, and I could even still, this guy's still in great shape, I could go and explore other things. But there's not really much else to get to, I don't think. I mean, here, let's get a help here. I'm not gonna land, but Midlands, Western Lowlands. Okay, so that's something I could drive to, just barely. So it's Midlands, Highlands, Midlands. Even though that's like a crater itself, you know. Yeah, a lot of Highlands and Midlands. Midlands. I mean, we're in the North Pole, so that's cool. But then, like I said, maybe these Western Lowlands, because we did the Central Lowlands, and then we must have the Southeastern Lowlands. Yeah, we have some other lowlands there. Highlands. Minor craters, yeah. And the dark side. And again, I don't know if Moho is locked to the sun, or if it does orbit a little bit. I don't know. I'd have to stop and watch it for a while, and I haven't done that yet. Anywho, that's it for now. Moho finally has been a success. Well, I wouldn't want to send a manned mission here, because I don't know if we could ever get them back. But thanks for watching, thanks for hanging out. If you like it, subscribe, tell your friends, tell your neighbors. I think I will continue and do some Duna things. I think I'm actually going to play without recording and get some of those things prepped and into space now. So anyway, thanks for watching, thanks for hanging out, and I'll catch you later.